Hello there, Nigel Griffiths here. This little video is basically an overview of a bit of software that we use called FCS Networker. It's a piece of software that we've been using for quite some time, and it really is excellent. It's one of those things I think we wish we discovered and used earlier. That's all part of the rich tapestry of life. Okay, so what does it do? It basically builds controllable, powerful links effectively whenever you want or need them. We have currently got two accounts. One we use just for our clients, and another one we used for our own sort of projects, like affiliate stuff and lead gen, and also a lot of testing. You obviously don't want to test things out on client sites, but it's something we like to sort of dabble with. What does it cost? Obviously a very important question. There's 4 levels of accounts: Starter, Pro, Power and Elite, and it's all sort of per month. The Starter one is I think $19 a month. I think the Pro one we've got is $34, but you basically get exactly the same thing from what I can see. It's to do with the number of submissions. The Starter account, I think it's got 3,000 submissions a month, which is more than enough for a starter, and it's probably enough for most people, to be honest. So how does it work? Well, there's 2 parts to FCS. One is a very clever bit of software which runs on your desktop that creates all the different accounts. It creates sort of Web 2 accounts, blog accounts, social accounts, and it does it all automatically. There's a lot of them I'll show you in the next video, and it's pretty much a couple of clicks of a button, and then it goes, like say, to Tumblr, creates an account, verifies the email address, and when they're all done, it then imports it into the FCS software, which is basically like a web account that you log into, so you've obviously got access to it anywhere and everywhere. And then you get to basically post articles on all these different sites and link back to whatever you're sort of trying to rank, and it's all sort of done automatically and can be done pretty much as many times as possible. Obviously just up to obviously the amount of submissions you've got in a month. Why is it so powerful? Well, you've basically got access to a lot of different properties that have all got high domain authority, which is something I think Keith's gone over. So they are, things like Twitter, which I think is 100 or 99, Tumblr is 98. There's a whole load of them. I think they're all in excess of sort of 50, 60. Most are in the 80s, 90s, to be honest. And you've got access to all of these, and you can put articles on them, and this does it all automatically. You just set it up and let it run, and it will run articles. It will put anchor text, or basically put links in it, and you can choose the number of links. You can choose what anchor text. You can choose if you want sort of naked URLs. It will add pictures. It will add videos. It will add authority links. And this is, like I say, all done automatically, and also you can spread it out over a certain number of sort of days, weeks, etc. So obviously if you did, say 40 or 100 links, it doesn't look very good or very natural if suddenly Google could in theory pick and find those 40 links if they're all posted on the same day, whereas if you had 100 links and basically staggered the submission over a few weeks, it looks far more natural. And to be honest, just doing this, we always see sort of quite significant changes in rankings. It obviously depends on how competitive the niche is that you're in, but generally, there is a fair amount of usage. There's a fair amount of movement as and when Google find these links. And what you've got also, which is even more important, is Google love these sort of links. We've got quite a few money sites, and a lot of them are in Webmaster Tools. For example, one of my sites I looked at the other day, Google have found 700 links, and all of these links are in there. They're the ones that get picked up the first, and they're obviously links that Google sort of pay attention to, because if you look at the same website in something like Ahrefs, technically there's 5,000 links. So in theory, Webmaster Tools just picks up the links that it's interested in and that influences where your site ranks. Now, this is powerful in itself. You can then, which is slightly more advanced, but obviously we said we'd cover everything we do. You can also, there's an option in FCS to then basically tier link build, which, if you don't know, is basically building links to your links. So, for example, in the first round you set up 40 links from different properties like Tumblr and Hasblog, Jimdo, etc., and they all point to your money site. You then, with a few more clicks, it will set up a whole load of other sites, you know, from the same sort of thing, Rebel Mouse, Overblog, and build articles which link to your other properties, which then link to your money site. So you've then got the sort of passage of power from, you know, one high domain authority sort of property to another one, then to the site you're trying to rank, and that's obviously a very powerful thing in itself. The one stage even further is something that's, you know, fairly advanced and probably not something you want to jump into at the moment, but it's worth sort of making a mental note. Is we also use a bit of software called SER, or Search Engine Ranker. It's made by a company called GSA, but in fairness it tends to get called GSA. Unfortunately, I also call it GSA most of the time. And you can use GSA then to power up those links. So something like a Tumblr has got a domain authority of 98, but your particular sort of little page on Tumblr will have a page authority of 1. And you can use GSA then to power up that Tumblr account so that the page authority then goes, you know, 30, 40. So that makes that link that you've already got even more powerful, because the juice obviously flows down to the site you're trying to rank. But I've done, I think, 4 videos about GSA, trying to sort of give you a proper overview. It's certainly not for the faint-hearted, and it's certainly not, you know, if you're sort of a bit of a penny pincher or you're on a bit of a budget, it's not probably something you want to do, and it's something to think about in the future. But obviously we said we'd explain what we do, and that's one of the things. So as a recap for FCS, in the big picture, obviously one of the biggest factors in ranking a site is its backlinks, and one of the hardest things to get is good quality backlinks. And this software gives you sort of 24/7 access to unlimited, within reason, high quality backlinks that you're in fully control of, and that's basically why it's so powerful and why we use it, you know, a lot. So in the next video I'll show you one of our accounts just so you can see what it looks like and what it does, and I'll see you then. Thanks very much for watching. Cheers, bye for now.